Welcome to one of the most beautiful settings in college football. Husky Stadium sits on the banks of Lake Washington, nestled between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains. Fans have arrived by land and sea. It doesn't get much better than this. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Huskies will kick this deep to get us going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Oregon's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Here we go. You can feel the juice in this building. What a privilege, Kirk, to be part of this rivalry game.
Well, there's nothing like rivalry games. You know, no matter what you've done all year, you get your opportunity to win this game today, and it can change everything.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
They stop him with the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. Are we going to see a repeat? Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game. It gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this defense play much better.
The pocket breaking down. It's a quick grab. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Second down play coming up. He's going to hand this off. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Now it's second down here. Dropping back, it's Harris. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
They look to throw it here on second down. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. A Pop pass on the jet sweep. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Yeah, I really like the idea on third down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on third down. Sometimes that can work out. But the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
And he'll set up to throw. Flips it with the running back, but he's got work to do. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I love the risky take here by this offensive coordinator and head coach, deciding to go for it on 4th and goal, and it pays off. Nice touchdown to get things going.
Point after, not great through. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. The Huskies offense gets their first crack now. And here comes the other star wide receiver on the field. This is really an elite group in college football this season, and both these guys belong in that group.
Yeah, these guys have been chirping back and forth at each other in social media throughout the week. I want to see who has the better day, because chances are that's the team that's going to win today.
Catch made by the tight end, and they get him down after the completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Looking downfield, it's Hill. Close to the tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43. A new set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
That sack sets up a second down and long. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They're not going to get him. He's hit.
Touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And he knocks through the PAT. The turn begins inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Scrambling around now, looking downfield. There's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
He's got it for a big game. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. They've completed the first quarter, and their run game has dominated. The offense already has one fourth-down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? The Ducks pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Well, that's when you know a coach trusts the offensive line and his running back. Fourth down and short, no problem. Give it to the running back. The back doesn't hesitate at all. He's able to convert and pick up that nice first down.
And try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, staying holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Well, they try the middle, but stop for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And the pass is complete to the tight end. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up fourth down. And the Ducks will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? And they stop him just. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. They give it to the receiver on a jet sweep. It's a 2-yard gain. And 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, they gave up some yards here. But, man, that's a pretty good job by this defense against the jet sweep. You see who was carrying the ball there? He can fly. I would argue he's the fastest guy on the field. So you don't give up the big play. You give up a few yards. I think that's a win for the defense.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. They're going to scramble now. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. The Huskies bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. First down here for this offense. To throw, it's Harris. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Running back has it on the screen now. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid game for a first down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And then first down, right back to the running game. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
In the era that we live dive in right now. Everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of the defense.
Got space looking for the end zone here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's when they start the drive. And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. And they get a drive going this time. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a...
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Movement here from the tight end. And there's the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Getting set up. Here's second down. Looking to pass. It's Harris. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Here's a quick screen to the receiver. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man,
here's a shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
Down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to chuck it again. Fires it to the wideout. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. And the Ducks with 1st and 10 here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Ducks are in the red zone.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
Brought down at the 7. The completion moves them closer to the goal line. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Handoff here from the shotgun. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those.
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. And now they'll set up for the point after. Extra point is good. It's a 3-touchdown lead now, 28-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. The receiver's got it on a jet sweep. They'll tackle him at the 27. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. There's the handoff. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. Returner looking to make a play here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Play action here on 1st down. Quick throw over the middle. Makes the catch downfield. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, a really good ball here by this quarterback to be able to pick up this 1st down. And hey, this guy is living up to the legacy of what Washington quarterback play has been for a number of years, going way back to Warren Moon and Mark Brunell, and more recently with Jake Browning, and of course the last couple years with Michael Penix. 2nd
down after that previous play.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
They got him down out near the 40.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They stop him at the 45, and that's good for a 1st down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great...
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's intercepted, but out of bounds. So close to a turnover, it's just incomplete. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Hill. He's going to launch it deep again. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Looking for his big tight end. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting in the way of that and knocking it away.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Using his legs here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the 1st down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Off the RPO, clock to the right. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw. It's Harris. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the 1st down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
No, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allows you to continue to spread the ball.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Oregon. And the route is on.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
35, Washington, 7.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He breaks into the clear. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Wow, man, this guy's having a heck of a day. Now, they may not win this game today, but you cannot fault his effort, what he's been able to do. He's been the one bright...
A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Out of the shotgun, you'll hand it off. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad...
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. And the Huskies will have to kick this away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fair caught at the 30. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Snags the quick throw. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10.
Well, that's why the drag route is so difficult to contain as a defender. If you try to cut the receiver off too early, you get hit for a big chunk play. That time the receiver won the battle at the line of scrimmage and won his matchup on that play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense.
Touchdown, Ducks. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Number 33 in the end.
BAT is good as they build on this big lead.
Good. That makes the score 42. Washington 7.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one away.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? This line getting set up. It's a first down play. It's a shotgun run call. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Works downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackle made after a big gain. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Lets it fly to the wideout. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the quarter. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. Hasn't been much of a contest so far, and the stats will reflect that. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Back to throw again. Looking for the wideout. He's got it near the end zone. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal. The Huskies trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
You know, today's not been their day, but the thing you can always hang your hat on is these guys are still competing. They come up with a touchdown here late in the fourth quarter. Could use that as hopefully some momentum into next week.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
42, Washington 14.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there.
And the Oregon
Louisville Ducks offense retakes the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Same tailback, another carry. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Anytime you like to run the toss play successfully, that means you're going to have to win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there. They got a nice game.
No run it. Hand it off to the running back.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. And the Ducks pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. The defense backed up against their own end zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Oregon. To stretch the lead, the route is on. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more.
That makes the score.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Washington, 14.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Scanning the field. It's Hill. The pass rush closing in. Throws the ball away, but not.
Is incomplete.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. He stays alive. Catch made on the right side. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made quickly, but a big... This offense through the air.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the 4th quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
1st down. Looking to throw the football. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. The reception nets him at 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here. And the Huskies will line up to punt it away. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance at a return here. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a 1st down and keep the drive going.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play. So the offense really clicking here. 3 plays, and suddenly it's 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
It just seems like he's inching his way to this goal line. He got about a yard. That's halfway. Now will they give it to him again to see if he can break the plane?
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Ducks. And this one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
56, Washington, 14.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. This has been a demolition, a monumental beatdown. Time to just put the controller down and walk away. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out his scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw it on 1st down. It's an out route. The catch made. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Boy, these guys just won't let up. I mean, they already have this game out of reach. They have a big lead. They're still throwing the football and still just putting it.
And a sophomore making an impact play. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
And they tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. The Washington offense retakes the field here. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. He's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Hill. This time it's complete.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. The Huskies will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. This one will be fair caught. The Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The defense still has 3 timeouts remaining. We're hoping they decide not to use them. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. The ball is caught. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback dropping back. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
So second down after the incompletion. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quarterback drops back in the shotgun, looking for a receiver. On the run here, lets it go. Complete to the running back on this 4th down play. So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, you got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.